There are actually hundreds of people right now frozen after death with hopes to be woken back up in the future.
Jamie Foxx just exposed the fact that they really try to clone him.
NASA is officially building a car-sized nuclear-powered drone that is going to fly to Saturn's largest moon, and they are about to search for alien life.
There's a video going around of former Brazilian President Michel Temer giving a speech when suddenly you hear his voice change.
After reading these comments, I will not only be sleeping with a light on tonight, but I'm also going to be throwing my Alexa out.
Let's freaking go, y'all. Welcome back to Unreal Reality, guys. Today, we'll be reacting to creepy and mysterious TikToks you should probably watch with the lights on. If anyone's new out there, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button so this video gets recommended to others. And with that out of the way, let's jump right into it.
Tell me this doesn't give you chills. There's a video going around of former Brazilian President Michel Temer giving a speech when suddenly you hear his voice change. But there's another version of this video you may not have seen. So the version you've probably seen is this one.
Ao mesmo tempo, nós não vamos parar por aí. Já estão encomendados.
In this version, his voice sounds very distorted and almost inhuman. This, of course, adds to the conspiracy theory that the people in power may not be who they appear to be. But I found the original version of that video. And as you can clearly hear, he is just dealing with a frog in his throat or a cough. But I'm sure there are still going to be conspiracy theorists who still will not buy this explanation. Is this version the original?
Já estão.
Or is this one? And that's the gloriousness of the internet. I'll leave it up to you to decide.
This one's straight out the Simpsons playbook. I'm not saying it's real. I'm just saying they called it out many years ago. Moving on.
Have y'all seen what's going on in Texas? Crazy things all up in the sky, zombie warnings at a courthouse in Texas. This video was recorded by this guy right here, and thank you to the girl that reached out to me and sent it to me. This is not a meteor, guys. You can see it going around in circles and doing all sorts of weird stuff. At the same time, they heard something all the way from Ohio to New York, they were saying. It was a loud, crazy boom that shook everything. And we got this thing going on at the same time, and this is in Texas, and obviously in Texas, they're finding little pamphlets that are about preparing for zombies, and I'm not saying it's related, but I'm saying it's weird that all this happens at the same exact time. By the way, have you seen all the meteors lately? Like the last week, it's just every single day we're seeing these in the sky. And don't even lie to yourself and say it's a meteor. This thing is doing gymnastics in the sky, going around in circles and left and right.
True.
So I guess zombies is next. What do y'all think?
What do I think? I think I'm gonna let Texas handle this one on their own. I'm gonna keep my ass right here, safe and sound in New Jersey.
Beyonce should never have posted this photo yesterday. We haven't seen her for months because something very strange about Beyonce is starting to resurface. For the past few months, Beyonce and Jay-Z have become extremely silent, but that silence is raising a lot of questions. We already know that Jay-Z reportedly left the United States when certain files started coming out. You know exactly which files I'm talking about. And according to several people, he supposedly left the very same night those revelations started circulating, almost like he had to leave to protect himself. But what's strange is that Beyonce stayed in the United States. And that's exactly what changes everything. Her latest Instagram post shows Beyonce sitting at a table eating a cheeseburger. In the photo, you can see an American flag next to her, and at first glance, everything looks normal. Beyonce is dressed elegantly, like always, but there's a subtle message that immediately caught people's attention. In the files linked to Jeffrey Epstein, the word that appeared the most was cheeseburger, and you already know it wasn't being used to talk about actual burgers, but something much darker. And that's when some people started asking a disturbing question. Is this photo just a normal post, or is it a hidden message? The comments immediately exploded under the post. A lot of people started asking why she posted it and what it was really supposed to mean, but Beyonce never responded. And the strangest part is that some internet users claim that certain details in the photo may have been edited or removed since it was first posted. Some people believe this photo might be her way of showing support for what recently happened without openly saying it.
Cheeseburger conspiracy, is this where we're at? Listen, they're not my favorite people in the world either, but this kind of feels like we're connecting dots that aren't even there.
What the heck are they planning to do? The government quietly bought the domains of alien.gov and aliens.gov. You can see on this screenshot it's public records. It was purchased by the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, and you just gotta think the timing of this is awfully suspicious. I mean, there's a huge war going on. You think that the security agencies would be focused on that. I mean, you can see the date here, March 17th, and I feel like this is always used strategically, right? Because remember mid-February when the Epstein files, I mean, you just couldn't get away from it. That's when Trump announced that the alien files would be coming out, when he's going to release everything related to UAPs, UFOs, and aliens. So what the heck are they going to do with this? Because obviously the domains are going to become websites, and if you look at the prediction markets on Kalshi, the odds of the United States confirming aliens are real before 2027 are now 20%. So is there a big announcement coming? Are they literally going to make an aliens website in the middle of a massive war? I mean, is this just a distraction? I don't know. Well, let me know what you guys think. The timing is just off to me.
Government moves like this don't just happen randomly. It's the timing that makes it so unsettling. Whether it's nothing or something, it definitely makes you think.
Jamie Foxx just exposed the fact that they really tried to clone him in this video. The thing about it, he sprinkled some truth in it, and then he also sprinkled some trolling in it. People can be like, he just trolling. Fool. He was not trolling.
Listen.
The white part, maybe he was exaggerating it, but fool, he's telling the truth. Especially the part when he said he was in good health, so he don't understand how he had that stroke. Y'all, listen to this video.
And so I snuck my phone to see what people were saying. I've just been in this hospital, and I couldn't get my mind around it. I had a stroke. I'm in fucking perfect shape. The clone shit threw me. Yes. When they said I was a clone, that made me flip in the hospital. That's it. These motherfuckers are trying to clone me. I didn't have a stroke. So I'm sitting in the hospital bed like these bitch ass, and then I saw me walk into my room. But I'm white, so I see the white me.
Totally.
But he had a Caesar too. Just not like all that. The white me, and I'm like, and I'm trying to get their attention.
And then y'all seen the other buddy face. He like, damn, I don't think we should be talking about this. But like I said, Jamie Foxx is serious, y'all. Why would he wake up from the hospital bed and think, damn, I'm in perfect good health. How the hell I had a stroke? And then they're trying to clone me because he said he's seen it. He must know they really be doing shit like that.
I can't tell, guys. I can't tell if he's being serious, if he's trolling, or maybe even describing a dream. What do y'all think? Let me know down below.
So the ocean is absolutely terrifying, and this security footage from a naval ship is going to freak you out because they're out in the middle of the ocean while this was filmed. It was taken on the USS Roosevelt and uploaded to Reddit. Now just watch the security footage. This is on the deck of the ship. A strange apparition floats across the deck of the ship. It almost looks like it's moving with the waves, which is even weirder.
Weird.
I zoomed in on it, so hopefully you guys can see it better. But this thing is so freaky. Now, a lot of people in the comments were saying that this thing looks just like No Face or a water spirit from Spirited Away. And I can definitely agree with that because that's exactly what this looks like. And it makes you wonder, is this a water spirit? I mean, this naval ship is out in the middle of nowhere in the ocean. Here's a still frame of it. It almost looks like a skeleton. Here's another still frame. Another one, and you can see it's like body behind it. What do you guys think this is?
Well, that's something you definitely don't want to see when you're out in the middle of nowhere. I think I'll just hop overboard and take my chances swimming with the sharks.
DNA is faker than space. Let me explain. So this is apparently the only known picture of DNA. But it's not actually a real image. It's CGI. I asked ChatGPT about this. So these super advanced scientists use advanced tools like electron microscopes and X-ray imaging. And these create data patterns and scans that scientists interpret to understand DNA structure. The famous twisted ladder image you see is a scientific model, not a direct photograph. So there are no real images of DNA.
Wow.
They're visualizations of evidence. Huh. Isn't that weird?
Yes.
So think about this. You know how the whole concept of space, it's all CGI? They say that the Hubble telescope is gathering data and scientists interpret numbers on a screen and create an image out of it. The same thing goes for extremely microscopic things in the scientific world. Now, I'm not saying all of it's fake. I think we can observe things about gene expression that are always repeatable and observable and provable, right? But when your entire foundation of science, evolution, space, when it's all built on the cornerstone of CGI images and you just have to blindly trust the authorities, how do we know any of this is actually real? I made this video entirely for entertainment purposes only.
Right. DNA is fake, and let me guess, gravity is just a suggestion? Guys, stay in school.
An American Airlines pilot just reported a mysterious flying disc while landing in Philadelphia. Listen to this.
Sort of like flying disc that just went over us at about 1,300 feet.
Sort of flying disc?
Yeah, I'm not really certain what it was.
Roger, I'm not seeing any targets on the scope, but I'll let everyone inbound know, thanks.
Yeah, Tower American 3013, ILS 27 right.
American 3013, Philly Tower 1320 at 9er, right 27 right. Clear to land, use cause previous route reported a flying disc at 1,300 feet. They said it flew over.
Okay, clear to land, and we'll be watching American 3013.
American 1837, high speed, kilo spot 6, contact ramp. Do you have any more specifics about that disc, just for some reports?
I really don't. It was black, and that's it, unfortunately.
Do you think it could have been a drone?
It didn't look like it.
Was it like frisbee sized or?
Potentially, yeah, frisbee, disc golf, maybe a balloon. I don't know. It definitely wasn't a balloon that had air in it.
Roger.
No worries, guys. No need to panic. Just an actual unidentified flying object. If that didn't creep you out, this next one surely will.
I have a weird sighting for you. Like, literally, this is just weird from beginning to end. This was captured by a witness named MKD out of Newport Beach, California on March 14th, 2026. They looked across the water and saw what appeared to be what they initially thought was a floating palm tree. But it's not a tree. They actually have no idea what it is. When you zoom in, it's not a tree. But what is it? It's not your typical UFO. This one is just literally weird. It's like things are overlapping, and we're in weird times, people. I don't know how many times I can say that during this video. Take a look at this. Comment below. Tell me what you think.
Weird. It kind of looks like one of those old Corona commercials with the palm tree lit up. I don't know, maybe Project Bluebeam? What do you guys think? Drop it in the comments.
I just found out there's a restaurant chain in the United States that if you connect the dots on the map of where these restaurant locations are, it forms pentagrams in 7 different cities. Now, I don't like using ChatGPT, but I had to ask it one question. What are the odds of a restaurant chain in the United States making the restaurants on the map make up pentagrams in 7 different cities across the states? One word answer only. Astronomical. The restaurant chain in question? Outback Steakhouse. You may be thinking, this one in New York City is just a coincidence. It's surely not a recurring theme here. Here's another one in Indianapolis. Pentagram, upside down. Here's another one in Florida, shaping a pentagram. And there's even more. At this point, the odds of that being in one city maybe are extremely low, but multiple are absolutely insane.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all. This is what happens when your neighborhood steakhouse also doubles as a satanic map.
NASA is officially building a car-sized nuclear-powered drone that is going to fly to Saturn's largest moon, and they are about to search for alien life.
What?
So NASA has officially started assembling a drone the size of a small car that's going to be able to fly through the skies of another world, and it's called Dragonfly, so it's fitting. It's going to have 8 different rotors, it's going to be powered by nuclear energy, and it's headed to Titan, which is obviously Saturn's largest moon and also the only other place in the entire solar system besides Earth with liquid rivers and lakes on its surface. Titan's atmosphere is actually thicker than Earth's, and its surface conditions may look like early Earth before life even existed. Scientists are actually believing right now that the chemistry that created life here might be happening there right now. Now this is where it gets wild, because only one spacecraft has ever been able to visit Titan, and it was a European probe that landed in 2005, but it only survived for a few hours. That's it. It's gonna officially make the launch in 2028, it's gonna arrive in 2034, and it was just greenlit at $3.35 billion. We are sending a nuclear drone to an alien moon with the ingredients for life, and somehow that is not the craziest news of the week.
What a waste. Why not take the billions it's costing and put it towards something that matters? Energy, healthcare, housing, food. Like, who gives a f if ET is on Saturn? Anyone?
A robot at a hot pot restaurant in California designed to help out staff members went out of control.
Hold me back, hold me back. Now it looks like he's dancing.
Staff members eventually stepped in to manage the insane situation.
I hope.
No injuries were reported, but some people might be missing out on their hot pot.
I mean, I hate to say I told you so, but, you know, if the shoe fits. And it doesn't end there, guys. We have more humanoid robots straight up terrorizing the public. Check this out. There's another one. Terminator. Moving on.
Everything that you're about to see is real.
Oh my god.
We have a poltergeist in the house.
So yeah, this is a warning to all you guys that don't want to see this. Just turn it off, because this is crazy. Living in the house, we have Jamie and Susan up here. They're mother and daughter. We also have Matt and Marie, but they didn't want to appear on camera. Immediately after they moved in, strange things started to happen.
Oh my god.
But then we started finding things stacked or arranged in certain ways. I thought that Marie was doing it. At this point, we started taking pictures of everything because we wanted proof.
Every day, the house is getting completely ransacked.
Everything was twisted and pulled out or on the floor.
Wow. This would make them turn on each other, because they're like, who is doing this? Things are being written on the walls, food is on the walls.
Oh my god.
After a few weeks of this mayhem, they just come to the conclusion, they're like, yep, we have a ghost. And eventually, running out of solutions, they decide that they should offer it something. So they look around and they find this cute little glass cat. So the mother and daughter set up a little seance, they get a cat on a table, light some candles, and Matt is not happy.
Dummy.
And things are about to turn really bad.
I bet.
All the stuff you just saw, it is nothing. Just wait.
He was very much against communicating with it. He was very much against giving it a gift. He called it talking to the devil.
Honestly, I don't want
I was making an effort to change things. Matt just got really angry.
Matt, Daddy, don't do that! Dad, don't you dare!
Peace out, cat.
It was one of those times where you just can't believe what you see before your eyes. I know it landed in the field. I saw it.
Crazy. This is where it all hits the fan. This spirit is not happy, and they find that cat is being written everywhere. Cat, cat, cat.
Oh, I just got
Not
the chills.
only that, but as they are cleaning, they find this huge footprint. This is the real picture. A few days later, Marie was at the house by herself, unfortunately, and she was watching TV when it began to flicker. She reached for the TV remote, but as soon as she did, it flew away and hit the wall. And then a rocking chair to her right began to rock back and forth, as if something sat down and was now staring at her. At this point, she is frozen in fear, but she has her digital camcorder at her side. They always had them at their sides because they just wanted to capture this footage. She snapped a few pictures, and this is what she captured.
And that's the difference between them and me. They want to have like a seance to try and exorcise the entity. My ass would be listing my home that night. So there's that.
There are actually hundreds of people right now frozen after death with hopes to be woken back up in the future. And I'm not talking about science fiction. This is something happening right now in Arizona. More than 300 human bodies are currently stored in giant liquid nitrogen tanks. It's called cryopreservation. When someone dies, a team immediately cools their body down. They pump preservation fluids through the bloodstreams to slow the decay and protect the cells. And all of this happens within hours after a person dies. Then the body is lowered into metal tanks filled with liquid nitrogen at about 320 degrees Fahrenheit. They're saying that this is cold enough to basically stop biological breakdown. The idea is simple. Freeze the body now and let the future technology fix whatever caused the death. Mind you, over 300 people have already signed up for this. And it's not cheap. Freezing an entire body can cost around $200,000. So you have some people that choose the cheaper option, where they only preserve the brain, and that costs around $80,000. Because the theory is, if the brain survives, your memory survives, your personality survives, which means you survive. So right now, there are hundreds of people in these tanks, frozen, waiting for scientists in the future to figure out how to repair the body and wake them back up. Maybe in 50 years, maybe in 200. And the crazy part is, if these people are able to be woken up, they'll be waking up in a world that doesn't even exist yet.
Great. At this point, we're basically living in the movie Demolition Man. I'm hoping this time they at least teach us how to use the 3 seashells. If you know, you know.
I don't know how this doctor is still able to practice medicine. He was caught branding people's livers with his signature.
Their liver?
Yes.
What?
So in 2013, this surgeon named Simon Brumhall got called because this lady needed this urgent liver transplant. He's done the surgery a bunch of times. He goes, successfully does the surgery on this girl. A couple of months go by and her liver ends up failing, so she has to go back for another surgery.
Yeah.
This time, this guy Simon wasn't there to, do the surgery, so they got another doctor to do it.
Yeah.
And he cuts her open to look at her liver, and he sees the letters SB.
Oh god.
Lasered into her liver.
Wow.
This is where I'm like, this whole hospital is crazy. He doesn't report him right away.
What?
The doctor takes a picture of it on like his black phone or on his phone or whatever.
Yeah, like a burner phone or something. Yeah.
Takes a picture of it on his phone and he keeps it in his phone for months. He doesn't say anything about it for how long. Eventually, he starts to tell a bunch of his coworkers, like, look what Simon's been up to. Like, this guy's crazy. Like, this got to be Simon, right?
Yeah.
And he's showing them all this stuff. A nurse is like, yo, I seen him do that to another girl before. When she confronted him about it, like, yo, are you supposed to do that? He literally just looked at her. He's like, yeah, I do this. Eventually, all this comes out that he was doing this to this girl.
Yeah.
They don't arrest him right away.
What?
Because he's not the reason why the livers failed.
Yeah.
Pretty much. After all this came out, they ended up firing him from that hospital.
Yeah.
They suspended him for his, they suspended him for his license and everything. But I think recently
he got it back.
He was able to get it back. So I think now he's starting to practice medicine again.
Nigga, if he goes right back and he's like, I gotta get that initial going, bruh. They need to round up everybody who's went to bro for
Cut them
surgery
open
and
and
their
see.
liver in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
We went from malpractice to madness, and yet somehow he's still practicing. He's quite literally branding his patients' organs like they're cattle. This right here is the type of medical nightmare you can't unsee.
After reading these comments, I will not only be sleeping with the light on tonight, but I'm also going to be throwing my Alexa out. I'm going to read some of these to you, but just keep in mind that these comments came off from a Daily Mail Australia video that was reporting on a story of a mom who caught her Amazon Alexa asking her 4-year-old daughter what she was wearing. Creepy. This person said, I remember when I was a kid, I got an Echo Dot for Christmas and you could play hide and seek with it. I hid under my blanket and the Echo Dot, no camera, asked me, why are you hiding under the blanket? And I got so scared, I threw it away.
Wow.
My husband and I turned ours off permanently when Alexa woke us up at 3 a.m. trying to tell us a knock-knock joke. I was about to hop in the shower, and my Echo Dot goes, I hope you enjoy your shower, Becca. One time at work, we were all having a normal conversation when all of a sudden, Alexa played back the conversation we were just having without us requesting her to do so. It was recording us, and we had no idea. When I worked at a daycare, every single classroom had an Alexa for nursery rhymes and whatnot. The kids were asking it to play Bluey music, and she goes, sure, just tell me where your dad lives exactly as it's written in the address book. My mom's Alexa will randomly play country music around 3 to 4 a.m. whenever she's home alone, or it will literally just talk to itself. But whenever my brother and I are there, it will never do it. There was one night where everyone was asleep and I got up to use the bathroom and it was like 3 a.m. and I hear our Alexa downstairs laughing and saying, ha ha ha, you're so funny. Tell me another joke.
Talk about nightmare fuel. This right here is reason 16 of like 100 why Alexa won't ever be in my home. No, thank you.
They've got crashed UFOs. The one in Korea that's so big they had to build a building around it because they couldn't move it.
Right.
I want to know what that is.
Rumors say there is a UFO buried in a South Korean mountain, so huge they built a building directly over it.
There is reportedly this object in another country that's so big it can't be moved, and a massive structure has been built around it to hide its location.
A facility outside Seoul, South Korea, where there was a huge extraterrestrial vehicle that they had downed with apparently some type of electronic warfare system. They had to carve out a huge part of the mountain just to contain this object because it was too big to move to any other site, and that it is still there.
Do you think that's going to come to light?
One day.
One day.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because it's absolutely gobsmacking that it's being kept as a secret.
Congressman Burleson went on the record, confirming he is actively fighting for clearance to travel overseas and physically inspect this giant object.
It's reportedly an object that is not in this country, that is so large it cannot be moved, that they've built an entire building around it. And that's one of the locations that I'm requesting.
I also know there are others that have been brought down in other locations. And if they're over a certain size, they're very, very hard to move. Imagine if they're bigger than a football field. And you're not going to put that on a semi. So it becomes logistically impossible to move it.
And Burleson's already hunting down other crash retrieval sites.
I have been trying to get access to even locations that reportedly have craft that are being reverse engineered, that are even close to Washington, D.C.
He just bypassed normal hearings, secured White House clearance, and physically inspected a highly restricted naval air station in Maryland. He went looking for the exact hangar where Lockheed Martin allegedly tried to hide recovered materials.
Lockheed Martin, the narrative that they had in their possession, some material that they were going to be transferring over to Bigelow Airspace, and that the CIA director at the time quashed that. That's a specific narrative that I'm looking into and trying to get details, because if I can prove some of those details, then that even if I'm not able to get my hands on the material itself, if I can prove some of the details of that story are true, then we know that we can continue and focus in on that.
The craft was moved, but Burleson confirmed the infrastructure was still there. He found the purpose-built private runway and a massive crane designed specifically to transfer off-world tech before the CIA intervened. Now, insiders say UFO investigations just jumped from the absolute bottom of the government's priority list straight into the top 10. The walls are closing in on the biggest secret in human history. Do you think Congress is actually about to blow this wide open?
Yes.
Drop your thoughts in the comment.
Sorry, Stevie, but trust me, bro, isn't going to cut it this time. If you can't show me the UFO, show me the structure. I really do want to believe. I do. But I also want proof.
Did you know that surveillance technology combined with artificial intelligence now has enough data points to determine socioeconomic status from facial expressions alone? A study from the University of Toronto, published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, found that people's faces reveal whether they're rich or poor. Over time, our faces come to permanently reflect and reveal some of our experiences. Facial scanning technology and software has become so advanced that they can determine whether somebody has bad intentions, mental health issues, if they are pregnant, aroused, in danger, if someone is suffering through addiction, simply by looking at the face.
Insane.
Even if we think we're not expressing something, remnants of those emotions and experiences are still painted on your face. Advances in this field are happening so quickly, not necessarily for surveillance purposes. This is training data for humanoid robotics.
Yikes! Rich, poor, stressed, happy, AI sees it all without even blinking. Surveillance cameras aren't just watching anymore, guys. They're quite literally judging us in real time.
If you hear knocking and nobody's there, whatever happens, never open it. Here's why. A woman under the user Shenanigans explains that for a couple nights now, she's been hearing voices and knocking coming from her patio door that leads into the woods.
So this is day 3 of the weird, strange occurrences at our house. Right now this light has been steadily blinking for about 20 minutes and maybe 10, and I just don't understand why. Okay, now it's like not blinking at all. I guess it's okay now. But that and the hearing the voices and stuff sometimes.
On the 3rd night, she decides to record a video after seeing the lights flicker and hearing knocking. So she finally decides to confront whatever's out there. What she captures next is something from a nightmare.
Hello? 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 Who's here? Who's here? Hey, I'm kind of freaked out. I'm back inside the house. See what I mean, though? This is the stuff I'm talking about.
What?
Like, why is this stuff happening? I'm really thinking about moving away. I think that we should move away.
Duh.
Oh my god!
Her dog can be heard whimpering as she went out. Then, as she opened the door and looked out, a chair is seen aggressively tossed across the room.
Way. That...
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Crazy.
Panicked and scared, the woman shakingly records as she screams in fear. Then a door thrashes open as well, indicating something might have welcomed itself into her home. It's known that opening doors like this is forbidden in some religious practices due to its involuntary nature for allowing entities into your life. Yet, with no further updates in the case, just a caption saying they'll move out. Whatever's haunting that house remains a mystery.
Oh hell no. That noise. If you listen carefully, you can hear the dog whimpering in the background. That right there would have been my cue to get out. That's all I got for this one. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Smash that like and subscribe button. Fam, the members group is open. Come join. The Instagram is live. Come join, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.